Is that dirty? Can't tell. Could be. On this episode, we're replacing fuel injectors. But first, I was waiting on parts. 2 days ago, I ran out of things to do, I think. I think everything is ready except for that. So I spent a little time with the buffer and I did some paint correction. So I hit it with the abrasive pad, the green pad, and the Meguiar's 105, and it took out the scratches that were over here. These are paint chips. And it helped smooth out the paint. This is a respray. This is a the car had a spray over paint job. They I don't know when, I don't know where, and I don't know how. But if you've been watching, I've been doing a little bit of painting here. And so whoever sprayed over the old paint, they did a mediocre job, I guess you could say. When you get up close, you can see the cracks in the old paint. They didn't sand it smooth. They just sprayed over it. So the cracks didn't really fill in. It's not a show car. I don't want a show car. I want a driver. But I kind of want it to look nice. So a little bit of paint correction on old paint can make it look better. For my military friends, we have a saying, you can't polish a turd, but I've been polishing this thing and it's a little bit shinier now. I don't want to have to strip it and repaint it yet. That's for later. But today, I think if all goes according to plan, this thing will run on all 4 cylinders. So the motor was built at Vick Autosports, and I went up there to the Skunk Works and hit the go button and ran this motor. They had IDFs on it at their place with, all their other stuff. And then the motor ran, we revved it up, we played with it. It was a lot of fun. And then we took it all of the things off and then loaded it in the car and brought it home. So this is totally a Jetronic issue with my fuel injectors. They're 40 years old. They've been sitting for about a year. So something went wrong in there. I tried to blow them out. I didn't get much better. But I was doing some YouTube research last night, and I think my cold start valve isn't working either, because that thing should have kicked off and at least fired everything on all 4. So we're going to check that too and see. So the way these things were put together, these are refurbished, remanufactured, redone, whatever you want to call it. The injectors are the same for this car, the Spiders, the 131s, all of the fuel injected models. And so they put them together with these hoses, which are a little bit longer, so you have to trim your own hoses. They supplied the clamps over here. We're just gonna have to cut the hose. I have run out of these single ear clamps. They're on order. They should be here tomorrow, but I'm not gonna wait. So we're just gonna go for it. This is the way you could do it if it was still in the car. Yeah, so let's go. I should have my glasses on and I could see better. This is the old injector, and so we have to take this rubber piece off and this hold down off and put it on the new injector, and we don't want to break them. There's a ridge where they set inside, so they'll come out, but be careful. Otherwise you're gonna have to buy new rubbers. But oh, I think we could do this. We could pry under here like that, and then maybe, ouch, maybe, pry under here, roll that around. That's not working. Pry under here, roll this around. It's not working. That seems to be working. Don't lose it. It's not working. One. And then we can return these for some store credit. So now, don't forget to put this on. It only goes on one way, not this way, but it goes like this. But it spins, so you'll be okay. And I take a little WD-40. Will go a long way. And we run this up like this. One. So now we want to get close with these. And a little too long is okay. So this is the holder downer to the intake manifold. And there's a seal here. And then there's a rubber seal that goes on the end of the injector. Hold on. These already have a rubber seal on them. So don't use 2 rubber seals. That's interesting. And this will slide in like this. It won't stay, but you get the point. So now I have 4 extra rubber seals, which is even better. Those are 5 mil by 08 bolts. So going into aluminum, those were a little knurled up on the end, so I had to tap them. So be careful putting it back in is all I can say. And, you know, 9 Newton meters on a 6 mil bolt. So let's go with like 5 Newton meters on a 5 mil bolt. So be careful. Don't want to break it. The problem with using some of this stainless stuff is it's non-magnetic. So you can't get it in there with a do-jab. You can't get your hand in there because, you know, it's too small. Where's my remote starter? Fiat remote or Bertone remote starter. You didn't hook up the coil. Okay, well that was something. Oh. Okay, sorry. I'm dumb. It's okay. I'm only running on 3 cylinders. I gotta... This is what happens when you don't check everything. Try it now. But 3 was better than 1. It's more like it. Gotta open some doors. Carbon monoxide poisoning. We're a little bit advanced. It looks like it's at about 16. And our idle's only like 700, so we got to bump that up a little bit. Which means we're going to have to move that throttle position sensor, because it's off idle right now. Temperature's coming up to about 190 something. So we're about 30 degrees of advance. That's where we want it when we're revved up. So I'm gonna leave the timing where it is for now.
Very nice. A little rough.
It's supposed to be rough.
Yeah.
It's got a cam in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it should be idling just a little bit higher.
Is that your coolant?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Hot, don't touch it.
I'm not gonna touch it. That's a weird looking reservoir.
Vick Auto Special.
Nice.
Yeah.
He built it himself?
Yeah. Yeah, they designed them, they built them. But I got my timing done. Timing set, it's great. I gotta do a little tuning on the injection. Is all. But I'm not ready for that yet. I gotta do some adjustments.
And then you gotta put LED lights all the way around.
I do. I know. I will. But one thing at a time. Let's get it running first.
Yeah. Transmission working.
LED lights are the last.